Now they're talking to each other and we're looking at each other. But that's because they noticed I was pointing my camera in their direction. These guys are so interested in my vehicle. They've been pointing at it and standing in the road and gawking. Well, they're not doing their gawking anymore. It was quite uncomfortable when they first started. They've been doing it for about 5 minutes. I was just gonna let it go, but it's been going on about 5 minutes. Now they're looking away and they're not gawking like idiots. They kept on pointing at my car and just staring at me, and they're probably not up to anything horrible. They're probably talking about the fucking kayak on top of my goddamn car, tree branches and fucking bamboo and little chunks of fish and stuff. When I got this thing from Otter, he's the one that gave me the kayak. That fishing thing was attached to all of it, and we decided not to untie it. He said that's a rooster, it's for good luck or something to that effect. Or maybe I called it good luck, but it's on there nonetheless. There was also a lady. I looked over just as she was taking a picture of my car, and she got busted. She smiled and waved. Anyway, maybe these guys realized how rude they were being. It don't matter. It don't matter. Everything on here is useful for something, even if it's just bartering, and I'm sorry about the connection issues there. Anyway, this is not meant to be a long video. Those guys are, even though I'm not pointed at them, they're no longer gawking at me, and they're acting as if they don't have the cameras being pointed at them. Alright, well, the guy with the black baseball cap looked over here and smiled real big. He knows he's being recorded. Or knows he was recorded anyway, and probably assumes he is still right now, because he's not trying to gawk. That is uncomfortable when people gawk at you. Now, some of my predators, like, of course, Robert Franklin Mornick, who is a registered sex offender. You can find his address in Chapel, Nebraska on the Nebraska Sex Offender Registry. He don't live far from Jeff Baldridge. He don't live far from Leslie Snell. He don't live far from another sexual predator by the name of Andrew Witcher. Like within 100 feet. Out of all those people, the only one that's not a predator to me and has not been a predator to me is Jeff Baldridge. I have to be afraid to go see him because of Robert Franklin Mornick for years, and now because of Leslie Snell for years. Not being able to go see my friend. Not being able to go to my friends' houses and visit with them because predators live across the street from him. Because I can't turn it in because, of course, it's got nothing to do with right or wrong. It's got nothing to do with evidence. It has to do with popularity. You can arrest me on an opinion. You can arrest me on a lie. You can arrest me on slander. But you won't arrest the people actually doing these things, even with overwhelming evidence. You won't even look at it. My own friends and family wouldn't look at it. Not even after being paid to do so would they look at it. It was about getting my money and running. It's about getting theirs, even at my expense. And I am disabled whether they want to pretend or not. They always pretend when I try to turn something in that I am an at-risk adult, that I cannot defend myself or protect myself. And instead of looking at the documentation that shows it, they blow me off and shrug me off. Oh, you're cognitive? Fuck you. Oh, this is all civil? No, it's not. If I do this, you'll charge me with criminal charges, won't you? You'll charge me as a criminal, and then you will play on my disabilities, the fact that I am disabled. But then instead of using my disabilities, you're inventing disabilities for me. For an officer who has taken part in the activities that have given me PTSD to begin with, and then pretend that I'm schizophrenic because, according to them, mentally ill, are you not seeing how the term mentally ill, they all play this. When they do something wrong, they play like you're mentally ill. They did this to me. They did this to Tamsin Bowles. They did this to Natalie Bollinger. They did this to Bobby Forrest. It's a mutual friend of mine and Natalie's. Anyway, I'm going to pull out of here. Good to be with you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and no victim left behind. Be ever vigilant.